So the prompt for this session, right, is going to be I'm going to have you guys tell me about your character's darkest moment. What you think their darkest night of the soul was. I'm going to start with Thaddeus, since you had that cliffhanger last time.
Time to think.
Honestly, I think his darkest moment was well, it's kind of tied to the present, but when he was searching the ruins after his parents' disappearance with Layla, and then he ended up surviving, being okay, but she kind of fell and disappeared, and not only did she miss like a whole chunk of like time, so she's coming back to the world, and then it's been years. It's also like the world is destroyed. Like she's coming back to like the apocalypse, and like I think parts of her body were replaced.
Yeah.
So he feels like pretty like guilty about that, and it wasn't even like it was like, well, at least I was able to save my parents. It was like he felt like he feels like it should have been him.
Yeah.
And every time he sees her, it's like a reminder of that.
Yeah, that was when you failed your sanity check too, right? And you became broken. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty dark, but a good answer. Why don't we go to Caleb next with Benji? What do you think is Benji's darkest moment? I think I know the answer already, but
yeah, I mean, I just say we've definitely discussed it in the past. It's got to be having to do with probably killing the children in when he was surfing overseas.
Or that time he ate that extra cookie.
Just casually dropping that.
But you know, so like right before he killed all of those U.S. soldiers, I would say, right before when he was doing the actual real terrorism. But yeah, I think that's got to be it. There's really not much darker things that exist than that. So.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I knew the answer when I asked, but it's always good to hear from you guys, just in case it deviates.
Yeah.
So yeah, why don't we go to Chris next with Nicholas?
I guess I could take this two ways. I think there's like two dark moments, but I guess in Nicholas's eyes, the darkest moment happened after he saw the 1996 murder. Is basically he broke down, and basically that turning point was leaving his family. That was probably his darkest moment. Easy enough.
Yeah, I definitely think that makes sense. And we'll go to Seth next with Lykke. What is Lykke's darkest moment?
Lykke's darkest moment was when she was invited into a program for like a special operations group like Delta Force, and going through the training for that, she had heard like all sorts of things that she was the first woman to ever be invited into the program. There were a lot of slanderous things going around, so she had a lot of that stress building up, and during a training exercise where they were doing like hand-to-hand combat, she brutalized one of the other trainees and was completely kicked out of the program, and that's why she went into private military contracting afterwards, is because she was essentially dishonorably discharged.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was her darkest moment.
Yeah. And do you want to share what prompted that violent response, or are you going to wait to reveal that?
Honestly, I don't even remember the exact thing that he said. But if you remember the exact quote, then by all means.
I don't remember the exact quote, but I remember it was something to the effect of like, you got this far by like sleeping your way to the top.
Yeah. They like the soldiers also used to call her like a couple of different nicknames. Like Lady Love was one of them as a sort of a taunt, and then Lady Luck was another one that she sort of just stuck with after the fact. So yeah, he was alluding to her sleeping around with like officers and shit to get into the program, and she lost her shit and beat this guy into a pulp.
Yeah. All right, and lastly, let's hear from Jose, from Kaji. What's Kaji's darkest moment?
Probably watching his family explode.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another obvious one, but
yeah. Either that or that one time this dude was parking wrong and he backed into Kaji's car and then he lost his shit. 50,
those are both on like equal planes.
Yeah,
basically.
50-50. No, it was definitely probably watching his family burn and then finding their bodies after.
Yeah, the charred corpses
broken,
outside his
huh?
house. Yeah,
Yeah, that was rough.
yeah. I mean, part of the character creation was like your dark secret, I think I called it.
Yeah.
And like everyone basically starts with some significant level of trauma off the bat. But yeah, so we'll get right into it then.
Are we on the 13th floor right now? What floor are we on?
You guys are on floor 6.
We
We're on
were
6?
moving down to 10 to go grocery shopping, and then we were satisfied, so we moved to floor 6.
We went down to 10.
Down
we
to
were at,
6
like-
from 10.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We
Yeah,
started at the roof.
we went to rendezvous with like the civilian group, or I guess they're like the militia group that we had left behind.
Yeah, and you encountered some pale female, maybe shadow or demoness of her own right down there.
Mother is here, baby.
Mother is here, and
Mother is here.
Thaddeus.
Mommy's here.
Mommy.
Thaddeus just immediately shunted her somewhere else, or at least seemed to have phased her out of existence in some form or fashion.
Wait, that succeeded? I thought that failed.
No, I thought we left it there.
Yeah, I mean, it was
know.
unclear whether it succeeded or
Oh, it was-
failed.
oh,
She was
okay,
able
okay.
to speak despite it, but we didn't really know the outcome. But we're gonna start with a little opening cutscene here,
Vinny Vinny.
a little mini Vinny.
Are you recording this, Tyler?
Yeah,
Understood. I have to ask.
yeah. Feel free. We hear the roar of a motorcycle engine as it echoes down narrow country roads, the wind whipping through a 10-year-old Thaddeus Blackwell's hair as he clings to his father's waist. We see Quincy Blackwell, his father, guiding the bike with practiced ease, his tattooed arms glistening with sweat in the afternoon sun. Occult symbols snake their way up Quincy's forearms, a testament to a past Thaddeus was only beginning to understand. The world around you, Thaddeus, blurs into a tapestry of greens and browns, the tall trees and open fields blending together as you speed along. You feel a mixture of exhilaration and nervousness. You rarely get to ride with your father like this, and you sense the importance of wherever he's taking you. And after what feels like hours, Quincy turns off the main road onto a dirt path that leads to an open field. In the center of the field stands a lone, massive oak tree, its branches stretching out like welcoming arms. Quincy slows the bike to a stop and dismounts, motioning you to do the same. And he turns and he just says, "Come on, son."
Okay. I'm like, what, 10?
Yeah, you're 10.
You just eagerly go to with him.
And we recognize like his voice has that sort of like gravelly edge to it that we know Thaddeus has in the present. And as you both walk towards the oak tree, the grass crunching softly under your boots, as you approach, you notice a gravestone nestled amongst the roots of the tree, weathered and ancient. And your father kneels down in front of it, tracing the engraved name with his fingers. And he just says, This is your grandfather, Thaddeus Hall. A great man. A complicated man. And he reaches into his jacket, and we realize at this point his jacket he's wearing is a jean jacket. And we realize it's Thaddeus's jacket that he's currently wearing. But he reaches into the pocket of the jacket and he pulls out this worn Polaroid photo and he hands it to you.
What was the name one more time?
Thaddeus Hall. You gather this is Miriam Blackwell's husband, who passed relatively early on into their marriage. Like, they were only in their 30s when he passed.
Wow.
And you realize that he's probably your namesake in the family. What do you do?
I would just take the photograph from my father and just kind of hold it like heavily with the knowing it's like something of importance, but not quite like understanding in that moment like its connection to me or its importance. Just kind of like knowing from context and in that situation, just like kind of taking it and holding it and just like trying to, you know, wonder about who this person was, I guess. But then he just probably just pockets it until the next time he thinks back.
Yeah, and you see in the photo it's this like stern looking man with piercing eyes. And even if it's in your pocket, you have this connection, you feel like, to this grandfather you've never met. And your father takes a moment, his voice sort of growing thicker with emotion, and he says, do you know why we take photos, Thaddeus?
Do you remember big events and parties?
That's right. But in a bigger sense, it's because photos allow us to stop time. We cut back to the present, where we watch this pale female figure begin to move in these anti-clockwise motions, her form flickering and bleeding like a double exposed negative. We cut back to the field and to the oak, where the 10-year-old Thaddeus removes a new Polaroid from his pocket. A blurry frame of a pale woman in a dark hallway. He lays it alongside another photo of a tall male figure in a citadel. And instead of Quincy Blackwell standing by this young boy's side, we now see Thaddeus at his current age, kneeling beside his younger self by the gravestone. Caught between past and present, between a fourth dimensional form and a second dimensional photograph, the demoness struggles against an unseen and uncompromising force. Thaddeus Blackwell's flash dimension. Why don't we have you roll a d6 for initiative, Thaddeus?
What? What dimension?
Flash dimension.
Domain expansion.
A flash dimension. Oh goodness, that's good.
Uh-oh.
That's great.
Oh boy.
1. So you all see that this female figure, I'm going to put you guys on the battle map actually. This female figure sort of starts flickering like a photograph and just slowly bleeding into unreality. But she still has these two like huge, almost crab-like demons with human faces that are at both sides of your flanks here. This is what you guys are looking at. So you
Oh
see
wait, there's
that,
two spider things on either side.
yeah, yeah. You guys are in this sort of landing area just outside the elevator, and it looks as though whatever Thaddeus was trying to do has succeeded.
Oh, so it teleported all of us. Wait, I'm confused.
No, you guys are still where
Are we
you were.
in Thaddeus's dimension right now?
No.
No, she's just like flickering in and out, so I'm guessing she's diminished
okay.
somewhat, or at least doesn't have full control of her form here right now.
Is that Eva Green?
That's correct. And in order for you to maintain this Thaddeus, it's going to require concentration, like a spell. But if you continue it on for a minute, she is condemned to the flashpoint. So she's
it's like
essentially
banishment.
yeah, which is essentially this Polaroid photograph. She's reduced from like a fourth dimensional being like any of us to a two-dimensional photograph over the course of a minute.
Oh, we gotta keep Thaddeus safe.
But unfortunately, they go first. And unlike the other demons you encountered in this tower, these appear to have some sort of human intelligence to them, and they can speak. Just to give you guys an idea of what they look like, this is what they look like.
Ah, I was avoiding zooming in.
Yeah, I should give a warning.
Yo,
They sort of
penises or titties or what are they?
they look like these flesh sacks that are hanging down.
Titties.
That's outlaw spiders.
And you see that they have these like crowns of like rusted metal and these eyes that are just pale white, as if devoid of any color. And one of them just cries out. They have this like higher pitched but somehow still demonic sort of tone to them. And one of them calls out to the other one, and he's like, he motions with one of his claws, or one covered in this like carapace, towards Thaddeus, and he's like, "Kill him! Seize the Lightbringer!" And they both start to rush towards Thaddeus to try to break this concentration to free their mistress. However, off the bat, their eyes, I'll say we'll do this for the first one first, so the one that just cried out. You see the whites in his eyes start to turn this like pale red and then this glowing, aggressive crimson color. I'll have everyone make a will save.
Will. Frick is Will. Where's Will save? Let's see. Will saving throw.
Who's
Oh,
Will?
baby.
Oh, I thought it was 13. See?
I got a 13.
Ooh!
Oh, Luca.
Nat 20 minus 1.
Why do you have
Okay.
a minus to Will?
Okay,
I have
so
a minus 1 to like 2 different stats.
Oh dear.
all right, so I'll go around once. Would anyone like to use their luck dice?
Yes, please.
All right, so you can roll your d6.
Oh, I mean, it's not gonna do. Honestly, it's not gonna do much. So never mind. I won't. Well, what do we think the DC is?
All
I'm
right,
gonna say 15.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
all right, going once.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Going twice.
Fuck it! Use it! Use it! Use it! I'm using it. Scared me here. Want to
Send
be a
it,
1?
Kaji.
Oh, thank God! I hope it's a 15.
Alright.
It's actually 23. Tyler was just baiting us all.
To use the line, I wouldn't put it past him.
Okay, so Nicholas and Benji,
Yes. Oh.
you both are stunned for 1 minute.
Oh, that's not
Fucking good,
As you
boy.
see,
minute?
as you see these red eyes begin
Great
to
attack has
glow,
advantage.
and you begin to lose yourself in this demonic gaze.
What a stun.
In the dragon's eye.
It means we can't take actions,
And,
movements, or
uh,
reactions, or
You can't do
reactions, and we have
anything,
And we have
essentially.
advantage of the attacks against us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do
we basically
anything,
don't-
and
we don't have
enemies
turns
hurt you
right
a
now.
lot.
Yeah, we don't
At
have
the end of
turns
your
right
turn,
now.
you can repeat the save to try to get out of it.
Okay.
But it's going to continue on for a minute, which is brutal.
10 turns was that?
Is this one of these effects that if you succeed against it once, you're like immune to it for 24 hours?
Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Which is convenient because the other one also glows his eyes, but the outcome's the same. So people who passed, people who did not.
Wait, we're immune for 24 hours? That's cool. I know that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank that too. Blessed, bless the two.
Yeah,
But unfortunately, this one that's in front of you, Thaddeus, is going to try to go for you and break your concentration on the flashpoint to try to get their mistress out. So I'm going to roll here. Let's see if it hits. Okay, d20. That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So let me roll the damage. So that is 7 piercing damage.
Ooh.
so you
So-
need to, what, make a DC 10 fortitude?
Yeah, we'll do that in a second because there's a secondary
Okay.
effect.
How much health do you have?
You're also going to lose 2
Yeah.
points of sanity.
Oh.
As you see, this thorny tongue emerges and begins to snake its way around your neck and lift you up into the air.
Hey.
You are
Yay.
considered grappled as it begins to
this is
lift you up into the air. This is Thaddeus. So
Bad.
it's about
See,
over
wait,
here.
is the sanity loss temporary?
It's unclear at this point. I'd say
boy.
just remember like your initial number in case it goes back up.
Yeah.
But yeah, reduced by 2 sanity. As you see this like thorny tongue wraps its way around your neck and then snakes
Nope.
its way into your mouth. And you see your eyes begin to like black over. And this like dark fog begins coming out of your mouth, almost like you're drooling, but it's like floating upward like a mist. And those sacs that you see begin to fill up with something. It's just disgusting. It's like pure body horror. But it's draining something from you. So that's 2 points. And the other one is going to go. What's up? Oh yeah.
So
So
I need to roll with.
yeah. So it's going to be
Uh,
DC 17. Or is it half the
Oh, wait,
damage
is that-
taken? I can't remember.
It's 10 or half the damage taken, whichever is higher.
Oh, okay. So it's just 10 then. All right.
And then what's that again? So
This is to
Fortitude.
yeah, fortitude.
Woo!
Just
does that
maintain it.
clear? Oh,
So
Yeah,
we
it's
see
just a success.
We see it in the flash dimension. We see it's like this open field with this huge oak tree, and we see the edges of it are beginning to fray, like it's this photograph that's burning. We see like fire coming in at the very edge of it, but you keep her maintained in this photograph that you're placing on the gravestone. That's awesome. But now the second one is going to move forward and attack Lykke. It's going to roll an attack roll with its thorny tongue. It's only a 13 though, which might be a miss.
Yeah, it's definitely a miss.
You see what happened to Thaddeus and you're able to avoid it. It's not actually the fastest attack, but you know if you were to get in its thorny tongue, it'd be quite deadly. But you manage to evade it as it comes forward and rushes into the fray. Which, top of the order, will take us to Lykke.
Okay, I don't know what to do. Is there a way I can... Alright, so they're on opposite sides of us. Might as well deal with the one that's right next to me. Okay, luckily I have the talent that allows me to shoot my guns at point blank.
You do. And this is the zone, for reference.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm
So-
gonna
yeah.
shoot this guy, and I'm gonna load it with a spell strike. So I'm gonna load it with a sonic resonance. So bonus action, spell strike. I think I had run out of ammo with the vector, so it's just this longer like a sniper rifle almost that she just. I feel like the way that she blocks its attack is just kind of rolling the butt of her gun over and just hitting it out of the way. Flips the gun around and just like point blank fires at this thing.
Hell yeah. I
So-
love it.
Let's see here. The CSAS. That is a 16 to hit.
16 is a miss.
A 16 misses? Okay.
You see it has this thick carapace and you shoot, but it doesn't impact anything meaty.
Alright. Yeah, I don't want to withdraw with an attack of opportunity. So yeah, I guess that's it.
All right.
Cool. So, who would you like to go next?
Wait, why did Caleb put that in chat?
Seeing that Benji's already putting a spell in the chat, might as well go with Benji next. Wait, is Benji, did you succeed?
No, stunned.
You're
no, we're
you're
stunned.
succeeded.
You're stunned.
Yeah, I'm stunned. I was just
Everybody
Never mind.
besides me and what's his face?
You and Benji.
Okay.
Bundy.
I guess Kaji or Thaddeus, because he's also facing off against one of these things right now.
Alright. Did you say I'm tangled up, Tyler?
Yes, you're grappled currently.
Okay, so I just can't move, right? Or does there... What else?
You just can't cast another spell, I believe. But you can try to escape if you'd like from the grapple.
So, am I correct in assuming, Tyler, that immediately prior to this conflict starting, Thaddeus used the daily use special ability of the lamp?
No, you haven't used that yet.
Oh, I haven't used it.
No, you used your
Oh,
enlightenment
that's
ability.
right. I had the
Yeah,
I had the lamp.
but you're
out,
keeping it. You're keeping it for emergency uses.
I think I might.
Does this qualify as emergency use? I would hope so.
Emergency.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna whip out the lamp now that I'm getting bound up
Whip it out.
and invoke the Greek letters I and Rho.
Hell yeah!
Here we go.
And you're just gonna like hear like Thaddeus is like being wrapped up, but like he's able to like extract this like lamp like from his jacket and just enough to rub it and invoke like the Greek letters.
This is. Wait, so this isn't what you used last time.
No, this
No,
is
I
huge though.
didn't
This
use
is
the
potentially
ability.
huge.
This.
So they're both gonna roll a fortitude save, and if they fail, they're destroyed.
Hey.
It's gonna be massive if they both fail. So behind the screen they get a +4, so I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna see what they get.
If they roll high, can I silvery barbs it?
You could.
You could.
That is a thing.
I can't remember how silvery barbs work, so.
You give it disadvantage, and then you give.
Well, it's
The
you
other
force them to
person
re-roll
advantage.
something
I force
they
them to
succeeded
re-roll.
on.
Yeah.
Mm.
True.
So I'll
Spill the
say,
tea, Tyler.
yeah. One of them did succeed, so you could force them to reroll if you want.
Reroll that shit,
All right.
bitch.
Oh
Please.
shit! Oh shit!
Okay. So you see Thaddeus take out this lamp, and it's this like small. It's like an ancient Roman lamp, which I don't know if you guys have seen those, but they're these like small little brass, almost like bowls. And as he removes the top of it, there's this like bright white light that emanates out. It's the brightest light perhaps you have ever seen. Brighter than, I should say, probably as bright as looking at the sun directly. And you're all sort of like have to just close your eyes momentarily. but you hear 2 explosions as both these demons are instantly exploded.
Oh,
You see
They're all
guts
free from
and
the
viscera.
grapple, right?
what the heck?
I would hope
Oh
so.
shit!
That's
What the
a
heck?
good use of that
That
item. What the
is-
fuck? These
that
guys
is
are
crazy.
scary.
I'll say, and Thaddeus, after it basically explodes out and he's released from its grip, just like.
But we're not done yet, because
Oh no, but I just wanted
because
to add real
the pale woman has to roll a save as well,
quick. Also,
or she is destroyed.
Oh, well, okay, I'll save that then. Okay.
Maybe I should have saved it.
Okay, she saves.
No.
So
Okay.
she's gonna take though 3d8 radiant damage. So why don't you roll that out?
Let's go.
Nearly half.
Okay. In the flash dimension, we see you holding her photograph, and basically how it works is over this minute, her photo is developing. So it starts out as like this white plate that's slowly going to darken into her image, and you see like burn marks begin to appear on her image that's slowly developing as you injure her. So we'll come out of initiative then, because you've used that use of it. These 2 demons are completely destroyed. Are you gonna wait out the minute until she turns?
Presumably, yeah.
Well, yeah. What? Why? Why wouldn't we?
I mean, I think. Well, she's just over there. She's not engaging us
No.
currently, or. I think after the creatures explode, Thaddeus like superhero landing, holding like the lamp, and then as he like stands up, he's just like in a stare down with like her after, but he's not engaging her. He's not attacking her currently. If she's not closing the distance, if the combat is being dropped, I mean.
Yeah, you see this darkness that's sort of flooding this hallway is starting to recede. You see like bits of like scattered bullet casings. You see a table that's been thrown over and just scattered with bullets. You actually see a dead corpse of one of these crab demons further down the hall that's been killed. It's like riddled with bullets, and you see perhaps not dozens, that's incorrect. Maybe like 4 or 5 bodies of the volunteers just littering the hallway. It looks like there was a fight before you even got here between the 2 sides. But the darkness continues to recede. And as the flashpoint finishes, you've locked her physical form into the photograph, and she is out of the combat.
What the heck?
Yeah,
Well-
huge.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, you clinched this combat from the first turn. That's very impressive.
Wait, so if she's
That's
trapped in the
wild.
photo, what? She's just permanently. She's done.
As far as Thaddeus knows, like, demons can manifest physical forms in the material, in D&D terms, in the material plane.
Right.
He's locked her material form into a photograph. So she cannot move anywhere in the material plane other than this photograph. She's stuck.
What if he? Okay, I was gonna suggest burning the photograph,
Chadius.
but that might just release her, so maybe don't.
Chadius.
But yeah, I just imagine our camera just like locks in on Thaddeus, just swoops in, and we see oddly in this dark hallway there are these like oak tree leaves that swell up by his feet, and he holds this photograph of this demon princess in his hand, completely restrained to this.
Yeah, just gonna. Now's a good time to light up a cig. Just gonna take the photograph and tuck it away and just light up a cig like a complete boss.
That's so insane.
Dang.
You just packed her up in like a single turn. Crazy.
Dang, dude.
Straight up bonkers.
Just blood and viscera everywhere, just coated. He'd be coated in it too. It's just like his face is like wiped clear as he's like smoking a cig, and like maybe just his hands and like his face and everything else is just covered in like the guts of the exploded spider creature.
And this all happens within 6 seconds. Like, you all have barely enough time to react. Lykke looses a few shots at this crab demon, but like, he's scooped up by this creature, unveils the lamp, and they're just burned in holy light and destroyed utterly within 6 seconds. And this demon's presence is limited to this photograph. But as the darkness clears, like I said, you just see what looks like a war zone that unfolded before you even got to this floor. You heard bits and pieces of it scattered on the radio communications, but you see 4 or 5 bodies in the hallway. Dead volunteers.
Dang it. Not that volunteers.
Yeah, those are your guys, Nicholas. You trained them.
Yeah, how does Nicholas react in this moment? I mean, seeing these people eviscerated.
Yeah, so is it the people I've actually trained, or is it just like?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because it's the will save or sanity save.
Yeah, roll a sanity save.
Let's see if I lose my mind.
Sorry, I was just being cheeky with you.
Okay, so that's a failure for this. So you're gonna take. Let's see here. You're gonna take 5 HP worth of damage.
Oh, was that?
Oh,
Now that the combat's
I'm not
over,
looking too good. What the heck?
is
What the heck?
Thaddeus' sanity the same following the end of that combat?
Yeah, it's the same.
Wow, brutal.
And you see,
We have to
as
use roll twenty, so long.
the like smoldering corpses of these crab demons are on the ground. They're like blackened as if they were burned. You see inside those little flesh sacks, there's like an infant crab demon that was being grown from your sanity that was drained. But it was killed as well in the explosion.
I'm gonna stomp it to pieces.
Yeah, it's just
I'm gonna
stomped to dust.
Why didn't Nicholas do a sanity check for that?
No, I did
No, why?
because
Those were his
they were all the
trainees,
people I
dude.
trained.
Yeah. his
Oh,
friends all dead.
okay.
Fuck. How many did we leave down here originally? Was it these 5?
You left
Or
8
were there
people
more?
down here, and you see 5 bodies, so 3 are unaccounted for.
Fuck. We have to check for the others now.
All right, why don't you roll a perception check for me to try to find them on this floor?
Okay. It's only an 8.
You don't find them on this floor. And as your flashlights are searching, you hear this rumbling noise, like the building itself is shaking at its foundations as the building is advanced to stage 3. You hear from the end of the hallway, there's so much seismic activity in this building that the very stairwells that had linked the floors begin to crumble. And you see like railings and like steps and just like bits of like cement and concrete just like collapsing in on themselves as the stairwells leading out of this floor are completely destroyed. You also all feel this anger that begins to overtake you. Anger at the demons, anger at the creatures of hell for what they've done to you and to your friends and your companions, your soldiers, as your bloodthirst is increased. So everyone, you guys and the enemies at stage 3 will receive a d4 to all attack and damage rolls.
Oh, we're all bloodlusted basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Combat's about to get deadlier.
Yeah. You feel this almost like disharmonic energy begin to fluctuate and affect you in more subtle ways than you'd be even able to comprehend. But yeah, those 3 souls are currently unaccounted for, and it's looking pretty grim because the stairwells have collapsed. So if they were on the stairwells when they collapsed, they'd be most likely killed or severely maimed.
Well, if we can't find them here, then we have to keep going. Everyone, back in the elevator.
Does the elevator still work? Yeah, right?
Yeah, you go up and you see the doors open. Mika is still inside, and she definitely looks more frightened than before. But a little relieved that this, demoness has been dealt with for the time being. But you all get in. Do you go back to the grocery store floor?
Yeah, because that's where we had left the rest of the soldiers.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any healing capabilities?
Well, we can... I don't think we've done it yet. But Tyler mentioned that we could take some sort of rest in the elevator. It's like a safe zone. I don't know what type of rest that is, but...
I'm on 2 HP.
I'm on 8.
So, yeah. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, so it would be the equivalent of a short rest, which would be a night's rest in the elevator you could take.
Alright, a night's
The only
rest.
downside is the elevator can only fit 10 people. So you'll need to leave a squad just outside or somewhere close by.
If we should do this on a floor that's clear, that we know is
Yeah.
safe.
I guess the 10th floor is cleared, right?
Yeah, you guys cleared it last time.
Alright, is there one squad that's sustained more damage than the other?
Well, your mercenary squad is unharmed. They've suffered no
Okay.
casualties. The other squad has those 3 missing members that are unaccounted for.
Okay, so we could use the mercenary squad and put them in the elevator with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think we should just abandon the civilians.
Oh,
They came in knowing it was a suicide mission.
Yeah, how does Nicholas react to this? Those are 3 people you know.
I was gonna say-
I have to.
Does this cause some tension between you two?
I wouldn't think on that. That's a. What is my? I don't have a. I don't have an alignment. I think I would have to take a sanity save, but I'd probably go along with it after no other option.
back and forth. There'd be some back and
And if
forth.
I
He'd take
if and
sanity
I
roll.
yeah, and if I were to go back and if I'm trying to survive this to see my family, I'm gonna do it. So, sanity check. I'm getting fucked. Wait, where's the sanity thing? Here it is.
Chris just likes rolling sanity checks.
He does.
I
He
do.
does.
Very
Okay.
much in character.
So that's also a failure.
Bro!
I won't give you the damage because I'm gonna count this as the same as the previous roll, but I will say this. It strains you to know that those 3 squad members are gone. I don't know if that strain is gonna manifest as you arguing against Lykke, or just having this growing sense of Lykke's judgment might not be aligned with your own goals here and your own values.
Yeah.
Maybe it dawns on you that she is just a mercenary. She might not be someone to be fully trusted.
It's hard out here.
It's hard out here, dog. It's hard out here.
But for now, Quaid comes up to you, Lykke, and is like, "What the hell happened down there?"
Whoever's in charge of this tower is fucking with us. Wiped them all out. Couldn't find 3 of them, but they must have fucked off elsewhere. Nothing we can do about it now. We have to keep pushing. You can see the walls changing around us. This place hates us. And I hate it. So we're gonna keep pushing.
I say we kill as many as possible on our way out. I don't want any of them living to tell the tale. You sense he is affected by the bloodlust too.
Fuck yeah. Let's give him hell.
I've been saving these just in case. And he pulls out this, like, claymore mine that he has in his pack.
Ooh.
If I don't get at least
Front
5
toward
on my
enemy.
yeah, front towards enemy. If I don't get at least a couple dozen on my way out, feel free to use this against me.
Goes hard.
Give the he's holding it kind of like out in front of him right now.
Hmm.
I give the claymore an unreasonably hard tap with like my fist, like donk donk, like I'm knocking on a door.
It explodes.
With like kind of a smirk. I'll hold you to it.
And he just takes this gloved hand and just pats you on the shoulder and then goes back to the men. He's like, "All right, all of us fall into the elevator. We're moving in for the night." So yeah, does anyone want to do sleepover? Does anyone want to do anything before you guys rest?
Hit dice. Use my hit dice. Can you
Hey,
use hit
well,
dice
you-
on a short rest?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it's gonna be.
Yeah, but before
I'm-
that, does anyone
yeah.
have any business they want to attend to?
Definitely want to talk out the plan for tomorrow. We have to keep going up. Next, we're hitting the 13th floor. According to the map, it's some sort of bank.
No, I can withdraw the extra 40,000 I have in the bank. Nice.
And I say that as soon as we destroy that thing on the 13th floor, we gun it as far as we can, as fast as we can, all the way up to the 29th. This place is reacting to us. It doesn't like us here. So, how about we don't give it a chance to react at all?
Does Mika have a physical form, or is she like ghostly?
She does have a physical form within the elevator.
Okay.
But she still has got the huge glowing eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
Orbs of light.
That's right, yeah. That's the only thing that makes her seem inhuman in some way. And she turns to you, Kaji, and she's like, Daddy, I don't think you should go up there. It's too dangerous. You could get hurt.
Don't worry. Your old man's kind of used to getting hurt at this point. Just give her a pat on the head.
Not this kind of hurt.
Wow.
I don't want you to go to floor 15.
Doesn't look like we have much of a choice, dear.
And
Plus, seeing you again is giving me all the strength I need.
Oh.
You're gonna have to make a choice, Daddy. When we get up there.
Do you know what that choice would be?
She just shakes her head.
Well, I'm sure we'll figure it out. For now, just let me rest close to you.
You'll stay with me, right? No matter what happens.
Naturally.
Okay. And she lays down next to you and starts to sleep as well.
You see Kaji just... The tears are very much forming in his eyes right now, as he hasn't experienced this in, well, God knows how long. It's a bit overwhelming for him, this whole situation. Plus having his daughter, even just for a few brief moments, he can't help it.
Thaddeus comes up and
Lose it.
gently, rests his arm on his shoulder and just, very gingerly offers to get you a photograph if you want something to keep her in your wallet, just for memory's sake, if you think that would help.
I appreciate it, Thaddeus. Oh, you know what? If the camera doesn't work, do I still have that spirit camera? I do. I totally do. I never took it out of my inventory.
Yeah, you do.
I'll hand it to Thaddeus. If your normal camera doesn't work, try this.
Can I,
You know how to use film, right?
Yo, it's a +1 camera.
can I, use the the flash zone method to save her into a photograph? Is that possible? I don't know if that's only for demons or how this quite works.
Yeah, you have no idea how it works. You just know that, you set them aside somewhere sideways of space and time as you know it. You don't know if they are frozen, if they're conscious, if they're suffering.
Kaji wouldn't want that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he would. I'll just take the regular photo then, maybe, and not the trapping one.
Okay.
You could use this. If your old one doesn't, if your normal one doesn't work, why am I rolling directly to GM?
Yeah, what is this? I guess I'll try with the his camera.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing is it is a old school film camera, so you need to develop the photos. But when you at some point you could develop them and see what it looks like.
Yeah. Thank you, Thaddeus.
You're welcome. My dad said photographs contain a moment in time. So, if you want to jump back, here you go. You'll have to get these developed, of course, but it's in there.
Your dad was a wise man, it seems. Turns back to his daughter, just slowly strokes her head as she's falling asleep, and Kaji started losing it too. He just whispers, Mika-chan, aishiteru yo.
And as you fall asleep, you just have this dream of like tree roots bound together, wrapping around each other endlessly. Does anyone else want to do anything before the rest?
I just had a question. How many supply did we get from the grocery store?
You got 1 supply, which I believe puts you at 2 total.
Puts us at 2. How's everyone doing on spell slots? I know we have quite a few spellcasters in here.
I've got 1 second level spell left and 2 first level spells left.
Okay, so you're doing pretty decently.
I think you said before you wanted to use one of them for ammo, but
we were holding on to one for ammo maybe, but if people are like like how are who else's spell slots? Caleb, Benji has spell slots. How are his?
Good, I haven't really had to use any.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll just keep it as a short rest, which, sorry guys, but that's a long rest for me.
Dang, dude.
Oh, the spice.
This magic item is pretty sick. The armor, the black armor of slaughter.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, I guess we just take the short rest.
Okay.
Can I use some hit dice here?
Yeah.
Yeah, how
feel
many hit
free.
dice can be?
I've got 3
Wait,
out of
what?
3.
Wait, why do I? Oh, I have 2. I have 2 out of 2.
Yeah, you guys should
Alright.
have all yours. I don't think you used them.
How many am I allowed to use per short rest?
Any amount.
Yeah, you can use any amount.
You can do like 1 at a time to see. So it's 3 plus your con mod.
Wait, why does it say I only have
Oh,
2?
I add my con mod to that?
Yeah.
It says
to the
I have
roll?
2 hit dice?
Are you level 3 on your character sheet? Or
I am level
2 on
3
your
in my character sheet.
Oh, I'm
talking
level
to Chris.
2 on my character sheet.
Oh.
Oh.
So wait, it's the HP gain is 3
How
plus
do I
my con mod.
change?
Yes.
How do I change?
Wow, it's a fat +0. All right.
Tyler, I have a
Idiot.
question.
Nice.
Yep.
I have a
Ask.
power titled regeneration. I'm wondering if that's applicable during a short
14.
rest.
Right.
Wait.
Yeah, so that's just like, it's not a power per se, it's more of like a just explaining how you guys can recover so quickly. So that is covered with how you guys are
everyone
resting
has that
currently.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Wait, Remy is a bard, right? Like at least in like normal D&D
Oh.
terms.
Yes, yeah, he is.
So he has Song of Rest, meaning that anybody who spent hit dice gets to roll 1 more d6, I think is what it is. For Song
Yeah.
of Rest.
Yeah, let me check. I don't think he has it on his sheet, but
Yeah, I think it's a 2nd level bard feature. Yeah, Song of Rest is beginning at 2nd level. But if you or any friendly creatures who can hear, it's like a
Yeah, it's
so I guess it would,
1d6.
for him it would be like him giving like checkups to everyone and like making sure everyone's like
doing
mentally
quick
mentally
first aid.
good. Yeah, and like,
Wait, so what
helping
does it
that.
do? You can roll an extra one?
An
Yeah,
extra
you get
d6.
not plus your con mod, so just roll one more d6 and you get
For everyone who
Oh
rolled a hit die.
shit!
for
I didn't...
anybody who rolled at least one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, and I'd say
Oh,
he
yeah.
definitely would be like checking in on all of you psychologically and just helping you as best he can.
So for each hit die you roll d6 or just 1d6?
One extra.
Just one.
One extra one.
Ooh,
overall.
full health!
No.
Hey,
What
one
it-
HP
what-
is one HP.
7.
What is everyone's full health?
21.
23.
16.
18.
Wait, who has
Hey.
33 max health?
I do.
Crazy.
Wild.
At least that's what it says under my hit point thing. It says 27 current and then 33 is what I have under it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Did I have something that lowered my max health?
I don't think so.
Maybe it's 10 hit points that I'm looking at then.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah, because of my circle of spores. Never mind.
But as you guys fall asleep, I imagine Thaddeus dreams of that oak tree and his father and that whole memory. But Lykke, you dream as this like person trapped in a massive desert that seems to stretch on endlessly around you. Above you, vultures are circling, but you see no other animal, not a plant, only hot, dry desert sand. And in this dream, which is much like sleep paralysis, you see this vortex form ahead of you, and from within it, as it opens almost like this deep black eye, you see this figure emerge at the very edge of the horizon. This figure in this like ancient looking armor that's nicked all over with like dried blood and rust, with this like misshapen helm that covers part of his face, and one eye is exposed. That's just this red bloodshot eye filled with bloodthirst and malice. This is the figure you see in this dream desert.
Oh shit.
Ooh, can you pull that back up? I actually clicked it.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh.
A massive figure, perhaps 7 or 8 feet tall. You see in his left hand there's a chalice, and in his right hand is this massive axe, too large to be wielded by a human. It's like almost half of his frame just in that one weapon. And even though his mouth does not speak, you hear this voice echo from within the helm. Ehistaren deri kasuegin. And it's strange because you can understand this language even though you've never consciously recognized it. And you realize he's saying, "Heed the hunter's call." And you wake with a start. Quaid actually wakes you. And he's like, he seems a little active, a little sweaty, and he's like, "Something's wrong. Something happened overnight. We're all right, but this place feels different." As overnight, something has pushed the tower to stage 4.
Oh.
What is stage 4?
Yeah, I feel like Luca. It's kind of when you're so deep in a dream that when you wake up, you just like don't understand your own reality anymore for a second. She like shakes her head at Quaid, as if she didn't even understand what he said. Wait, what?
All the stairwells have been destroyed. Something fucked with them overnight. And they're just filled with demons. This elevator's our only way in and out now. There's no other way. And, there's this odd, like, smell about the elevator. It almost smells like this intense, like flowers blooming, floral kind of scent, but taken to an extreme where it's almost not pleasant. It's almost intoxicating or like suffocating. And Quaid just looks a little disturbed by it.
You said it's not unpleasant, or it's not pleasant?
It's not pleasant.
It's on the verge. It's like on the
pleasant.
verge of being like choking almost.
And it's at this point you just hear banging from the outside of the elevator. Just
That's scary.
dozens of bangs. Like there are creatures right outside from this supermarket you had just cleared.
Luca presses the 13th floor button.
It goes up. Bing!
Everyone up!
Everyone gets up.
Mika said the choice I had to make would be on the 13th or the 15th floor.
The 15th.
15th, okay.
15th is where the change starts happening.
Oh, so what's on the 13th floor?
13th floor is one of the
things we have to destroy?
Yeah.
Okay.
13th floor is the building's bank. And as you rise up, that D4 is going to increase to a D6.
Oh shit.
But
More enemies, more attack.
the doors open into utter darkness. You see the just very, very faintly this like gold lettering of like a former Bank of America sign that's just been worn and dust covered. But you see like maybe desks or shapes of desks in the distance, and like in the far distance what looks like the corridor to a bank vault and like a teller's window.
What time of day is it?
It's hard to tell in the tower, but from your
There's no windows?
That's what's funny, is at this stage of the tower it's utter darkness. There's no way to tell.
What?
And you could investigate that if you'd like try to find a window or something, but you can only really tell what time it is from your watches or other timekeeping you might keep personally. That it's probably sometime like around 6 or 7 a.m.
I actually have keen mind, so I know the exact time.
Fuck you.
Uranus! Oh, hello!
That would be too funny.
Crossover.
Alright, I think... Yeah, I think Luca's gonna use her enhanced awareness to, like, be able to pick up on, like, magical things.
All right. Why don't you throw that in the
Within 30
chat?
feet. Yeah, within 30 feet, hopefully. Oh, never mind. It's at a location where the illusion is weak. Yeah, never mind. It's a specific spot. So...
Well, why don't you put it in the chat? I'll take a look at it because it might have some other implications.
Okay. Oh no, it is with. Wait, what?
So you can use it if you wanted to tell where the illusion is weakest on this floor. You could attempt to use that, or you could attempt to focus on some of these objects to see if they have any weird traits to them. I will say the weakness in the illusion is how you located the previous stone that you destroyed.
Okay, yeah. So I think I want to do that.
Okay.
The idea is to find it and destroy it as quickly as possible.
You sense this weakness, this built-up spiritual pressure coming from the direction of the bank's vault.
Of course. Of course. Kind of motion, like give hand signals to Quaid and the others that the vault is the direction that I'm getting a sense.
Yeah, he just motions to the men and they start to fan out along the sides of the building.
Yeah, is the vault like closed right now?
It's blocked currently by the teller's window.
Okay.
You'd have to sort of either vault that or go, no pun intended, or go around it to try to get inside. Currently, the glass is so like covered in dust and like stained with this almost like green polymer that it's impossible to tell through it. Bequaid turns to you and he's like, do we press on to the vault?
It's what we're here for.
Should I play it safe? You see he turns his gun and he has, this is actually a detail from the first session of you guys first coming to the city. He has this like grenade launcher attachment on his rifle.
The noob tube.
Dude, noob tube.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, she gives him the all clear.
All right.
To noob tube this fucking vault, bro.
Dude, does he have the perk that gives him one extra round?
Yeah, so you guys all back up. The men back up, but assume they're different firing positions. He takes the rifle and just fires it off. Hear this explosion. And you hear what sounds like a moan coming from inside the vault, like someone was hit. You just hear this like strange voice, like someone crying out for help or moaning, but no words, just injury maybe. You're not even sure. But Quaid turns to you and he looks very confused. And he's like, should we press them? Might be someone injured. Maybe.
So he shot the grenade like at the vault, not into it? Or
yeah, so the vault door is at the end of this hallway and he shot the grenade towards the vault door.
Okay.
Basically to clear out anyone who might be in the hallway.
Yeah, alright. Anyone who's near the vault.
And it sounds like it did hit somebody. Or at least cause some sort of injury.
Eyes on the objective. We don't know what sorts of tricks are about.
And you guys start to close in as the smoke begins to clear. And you don't see any blood or any remnants of anyone being in this hallway. But as the smoke starts to clear that much more, you see the bank vault door. And the door itself, over the wheel that you spin to sort of properly unlock it, there's a human face cast in bronze.
Yeah.
that has this face of anguish. This is what the vault face looks like.
To enter the vault, you must answer my riddles.
What is your favorite color?
And you hear this like weak, almost pathetic sounding voice coming from the doors. He's like, "Why did you hit me? That hurt. That
Songbird,
hurt
is that
me.
you?
Songbird, when we get to this campaign.
This is what happens if he leaves Thalos or Sean. He just turns into a fucking door.
That hurt me. That hurt me.
Oh, no.
Why did you injure me so?"
Definitely not the type to talk to a door. So if anyone else wants to talk to this door, go ahead.
Yeah, you see Quaid starting to like get explosives ready to blow it open.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I feel
wait,
I feel like Luca's like right next to him, kind of like helping him like take off his pack so we can get the explosives out.
Well, before they do that, well, hold on a moment. Maybe we can reason with him. I'm gonna go up, start talking to the door.
This like human face that comes out of the cast bronze of this door. It's just like it almost has these exaggerated facial expressions that are almost like too much, like he's play acting. As you see, like his eyes open wide and his face stretches, and he's like, "Ah. I don't ask for much. Just a pound of flesh is all I need. A pound of flesh from each of you, and you can have whatever contents are behind my body."
How many of us are there?
A pound from each?
About like 16.
So, like, do we just need 16 pounds of flesh? Or, like, does it have to be
From
how
us.
each of our individual fleshes?
Yes.
Because I'm sure we could find 16 pounds.
You have 16 pounds of flesh on you.
Not, like, on hand, but, like, in the building.
Oh.
I know a guy. He could hook us up.
Well, if you are to give me such an amount, I would be very grateful to you. I have been hungry for so long, and my blood boils at the thought of human flesh again.
Oh, does it have to be human flesh? I just meant flesh.
Oh yes, human flesh.
All right. I mean, and I'm gonna like turn. I'll and so we bring you the 16 pounds of flesh, and you'll let us through the door then.
Oh yes, certainly.
All right. I'm gonna go back to the group. So guys, do you think we could muster together 16 pounds of flesh? I mean, that's really just one guy's leg, right? So like, I mean, it's a lot cheaper than wasting our explosives on this door, you know?
Are you volunteering?
No, but like people have died, right? Let's go just grab a body.
I was gonna say, people are dead already.
Do we have one just like around?
Benji.
Do we have the fucking time to deal with this?
I mean, it's like probably faster than exploding this magic door.
You don't even know if those explosives are gonna do anything.
Yeah, at this point, Quaid turns to you and he's like, "We don't have enough." And out of game, you could spend one supply to use bombardment to blow it open, but the small explosives you guys have won't cut it. It's a proper bank vault. You'd need like a lot of explosives. So you could say that you used one supply to get the bombardment trait to do it, but it's up to you.
I mean, like, do we literally just have like one singular dead body? Like, that's all we'd need. It's well over 16 pounds of flesh.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to travel back down to whatever floor, but
Yeah, the question is, do we want to go back down to the floors that have a fuck ton of enemies in them now? A bunch of demons? Or do we just want to spend a supply to fucking blow this door open?
Do you want to waste a supply doing it?
I mean, yeah, I just feel like it's a place where we could save the supply if we want to, but obviously it's going to take a little bit of effort.
But like, also, I'm assuming we're gonna get into a fight probably to obtain one of these bodies.
I mean, I don't know. I was assuming we could just sneak one, but if I'm wrong, then yeah, I don't mind using the supply.
We heard, like, even on the 10th floor, there was just like banging on the elevator door.
Does anybody have any like pretty
So
badly mutilated
all these
hands or
demons.
legs, hands and feet that they're willing to just amputate a little further?
Fresh out, I'm afraid.
Nope.
Wait,
Just my mind.
I mean, my vote is for go grab a body, but you guys can
oh god.
decide not that.
I have a question, Tyler.
Yeah.
Oh god. So there's this feature of the armor of slaughter. I don't know if you know what feature I'm talking about.
Let me see. Oh. Yeah, that could be used in this instance for sure.
God, I don't want to.
What is it?
It would reveal a lot and be very risky.
Yeah, because it would make me like unusable for hours.
Mhm.
So,
But it is an option.
fuck no. Fuck no, it's not.
I think you all should hurry and make your decision. You smell very badly. Very much like humans. They'll be upon you soon. The hordes of this tower. They'll feast on you if I do not have the capacity to.
He's probably right. The talking door is talking sense, unfortunately.
Alright, what would you guys rather do?
Well, you're the supply lady, who takes care of the supply lady.
Well, the
so
supply is a group resource. Don't put it on me.
I am gonna put it on you, Lady Luck.
I'm sorry. I just can't focus with this thing looking at us. I'm gonna take my canvas cloth and just like cover the door.
No! What are you doing? You can't cover my face. Stop it! And you sort of take the canvas cloth and just.
We're not here anymore. Ooh.
Ooh. That's too funny.
That's the most useful canvas cloth I've ever come across in my entire life.
Something you notice, Nicholas, as you're standing sort of slightly farther away from the vault. You see the face on the door matches the bank manager's face on his desk, Bill Terrell.
Bill Terrell?
You see this like name plaque and this like photo of a family and the bank manager, and the face is the same as this desk.
Yeah, we never
Do
thought
I
to
know him, or
explore
is
this
it-
place a little bit.
Yeah, do we know, like, do I know him from somewhere? Or is it just like, oh, like, that's the bank manager?
It just further confirms this hypothesis you guys had that the tenants of this building have been transformed into demons.
What if he? Were there any signs of combat or scuffle on this floor, like at all?
No, it looks abandoned.
Okay, so
Vinny, is your lamp, is it a once per long rest thing or a once per day thing?
it's a once per day thing. If I read it
believe that's
correctly.
correct. It's a.
See if you can threaten him.
That's crazy.
Once per day.
Once per day.
Yeah, I mean, we did our overnight rest.
You did.
You could threaten this guy with, sending him to hell.
Ooh.
I feel like we should save it for like a big.
Well, we're gonna have
Well,
to not
if
save
he's a
something.
demon, would I be able to banish him to the flash zone? Is that?
You could try to.
Oh yeah, I guess people have like their
Oh!
divinity.
Hang on. You just reminded me of something incredible. Oh, wait. No, even if I just phase through the door, I can't take anything in the vault and take it back out again. So that's fuck. Never mind.
I mean, people have their channel divinity powers.
Right. Those are back and active.
Let's see.
Oh boy.
Well, I'd rather just burn a supply than fucking go down and 3 billion zombies.
Alright, I could do it, essentially try to forego expending a supply by using my channel divinity, but there's a chance that something will go wrong. Obviously, because of using channel divinity.
Yep.
What is your channel? Is that the same as the enlightenment thing?
Yes, the enlightenment power.
Okay. What is
Like, would that reasonably, like, forgo using a supply for that, Tyler? Like the...
Let me check your enlightenment trait here.
It's like sending the first one, the Folkvanger. Or I could, like, yeah, maybe I could just send the unit down to get the
Yeah, I'd say you could use Folkvanger to try to get a body from downstairs for sure.
Alright. So, here's the thing. I can try to send these guys down to prevent us from taking damage, but there's like a not negligible chance that either something will go wrong or they'll just straight up get fucked and die.
How pleasant.
You know what? We're just gonna use the fucking supply.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna use one of our 2 supply to blast this fucking door down.
So we have a flashback to the police station where you first encountered Baba Yaga. And part of her deal, we learn in this new flashback, is that she traded explosives to you as part of your new partnership. So we see these like vampires that are dressed in those air traffic control jackets just loading you guys with explosives to be used later on in the tower as this resource now becomes bombardment. So you layer this bank vault, which now has the tarp over it, full of explosives. You hear his voice as he thinks something is amiss, He's like, no, please reconsider. I know you are overdrawn, but please, I can give you a new line of credit. Just say it. Save me. Don't hurt me. And then his voice cuts out as this loud explosion happens.
Right before the explosion, you just hear
I'm making
Kaji,
a withdrawal.
You just know you Kaji go. Sorry, Bill.
As you just hear this loud explosion as the bank vault doors come down, and there's just like smoke and debris everywhere. And at the sound of this explosion, you hear noises starting to come from the stairwell.
I was gonna say that's probably gonna attract attention.
But using your ability and heading inside, you find the stone. It's phased slightly beyond one of the side walls of the bank vault.
Yeah, didn't somebody have to use like their enlightenment power to do away with it?
Yeah. I think it was Thaddeus,
Last time.
actually.
I think it was Thaddeus as well. Your dimensional phase ability.
We don't know if that's the only way to deal with it, but
Dimensional
Yeah.
phase.
I think that's
like
in my,
mundane weapons didn't work against it.
Do we have magic weapons?
Uh,
We have magic.
Franklin had a magic weapon, but Franklin's not with us.
What do you mean? No.
Uh,
I could try a spell on it. Let me try whatever the spell is. I can't remember what the spell is.
a firebolt.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
No, that's not a very good attack DC though. Attack roll.
Yeah, so you focus your fire against the wall, and just through your dimensional awareness, Lykke, you see it starts to get scorched and blackened, but it's not fully destroyed yet.
So, did it seem like the flames were doing anything to it?
Yeah, they look scorched and blackened at this point.
Okay. Well, you know what? When you heat something up,
Thermal shock. Thermal shock.
when you heat something up really hot and then you quickly cool it down, then it gets fucked. So, I guess Lykke will cast Winter's Bite. For some cold damage.
Yeah, and you heat it up, and at the right moment, you just freeze it, and it shatters.
Nice.
Tasteful.
Wow, so smart.
But at this point,
Oh.
you feel the
But-
tower shake again
Oh.
as you are taken to stage 5.
Was it a D8 now?
A D8, a D8 is the next step. And you
Everybody
hear
to the elevator.
This
noises coming from the stairwell that are louder and closer than you've ever heard before.
and the D8 is what again? Remind me.
It's
It's
two
a
Attack
plus
and
attack
D8
damage
to
rolls.
all
Damage
attack rolls,
rolls.
everyone in the
Yeah,
combat.
And damage rolls.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's plus 8 to attack rolls as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that was just damage rolls. Oh, so
Yeah, it's
we're all,
1d8 to attack rolls and damage.
we're all
rolls.
fucked.
What do you mean
I'm
they're fucked, dude?
I'm fucked. Yo, Tyler, can we get one?
You do the
Can we
fucking
get a
around.
plus D8 on initiative too, pretty please?
Unfortunately, no.
Damn. It was worth a shot. Alright, so what if we book it back to the elevator?
Yeah, elevator. Go, 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 go.
Okay. You start to book it back to the elevator, And you see right as you're about to enter the doors, you see monsters, demons, start appearing at the stairwells on either side. You're just barely able to make it into the elevator, but you see dozens, if not hundreds of them flood this floor. Like hordes from other floors have now come up to this floor. I
thought the stairwells were broken.
Not
Yeah,
for them.
that's what's confusing. But you see them begin to swarm the elevator. And once again, you just hear the rapping of them hitting the side of it like a zombie horde knocking at your doorstep.
All right, guys. What button should I press?
15.
You want to go to 15? I mean, I'm assuming the elevator is gonna stop at 15,
Yeah.
regardless of what I press. So I'm just gonna press 29.
Okay.
9.
Interestingly, when you press 29, you hear the noises outside the elevator start to, like the banging, start to cease before the elevator's even moved. And you hear like the sounds of like grunting and what sounds like somebody struggling on the outside of the elevator. And the sound of like maybe a blade impacting flesh. And then all goes quiet on the bank vault floor.
What?
And right as the elevator is starting to move up, you see this muscled hand sticks itself in between the wedge between both doors and tries to pry it open.
Oh my god.
What do you guys do?
I'm gonna
That's
take
scary
my
as fuck.
karambit knife and just fucking stab the hand.
All right, roll an attack roll.
All right. Oh god. I want to
I
see if this
instinctively
works.
get
I
in front
tried
of my daughter.
doing something and rolled 20. We'll see if it works.
26!
26 to hit, which I
Oh,
think
shit.
it
Hey,
worked.
yo.
No, it didn't work, but just in case. So actually a 31 to hit.
Hey, yo, relax.
That definitely
The
hits.
bloodlust.
Yeah, as you take your knife and you stab down on this hand, and you see in this moment, the hand has all these runes written on it. And you stab down, you see black blood start spewing forth from the wound, but it keeps holding on to the elevator door, stopping you from going up to the next floor. And your mind flashes back to the desert. You begin to feel like the elevator floor is like hot pavement on a summer's day. And as a second hand begins to enter this crevice, both hands beginning to pull the door very slowly open, you see that masked face you saw in your dream staring back at you with that one exposed eye. I'm gonna have you make a will save.
Fuck.
Well,
Uh-oh, my will is negative good. 6.
You all see Luca's arm goes to the 13 button on the elevator and just starts pressing it. And the elevator,
So it opens?
and the elevator starts to go back down to the bank vault
I
floor.
feel like Luca right now
Wait,
just starts
what?
saying, "Why are you doing this?" And she doesn't say it in English. I feel like she's saying it in, what, Ancient Norse? Would that be the language?
No, this is some unknown tongue.
Oh, it's unknown?
And you hear the figure speaking frustratedly from the other side, saying, as he's just
hey, yo.
pulling it
That
open.
sounds like Star Wars. That was sick, Tyler.
What do you guys do? I mean, this figure's going to open the doors unless someone does something.
I'm gonna push Luca out and then push 15.
Push
and
Luca
then...
outside the doors?
No, I'm gonna push her out of the way of the buttons.
Oh.
Okay, you push her out of the way of the buttons. The 13 is still lit up, and the elevator continues to descend back towards 13.
What happens if I press 15? Nothing.
Okay, when you press 15, the elevator
Stops?
continues to lower.
continues to lower.
Would anyone else like to try anything?
Fuck! Someone cut this dude's hands off. I don't have any weapons.
I don't have any knives.
Oh, wait. Wait. Hang on.
You're going to see imagery flashing in your eyes, Lykke. A chalice with blood inside. A bloody axe. A red sun descending upon the horizon. And your will starts to be persuaded towards that of the hunter.
Yeah,
Wait,
what is
let me read what my enlightenment does again.
what is the hunter willing me to do?
To open the door. You see the button on the side of the elevator to do so. You see by this point Mika is like back against the wall and she's screaming from fear.
Yeah, she goes
What-
and presses the fucking open door button.
Oh shit.
No one did anything, so the door starts to slowly
tried.
open. And you see now this figure standing before you. He's this 7 or 8 foot tall, hulking creature. Looks vaguely human, but like also like some sort of ancient warrior, perhaps.
Was this somebody's dream?
Yeah, this was
it's in
Lucas'
Lycke's dream. You see this muscled, ruined hand grabs the armor around you, Lykke, which some of your men can't even see. It looks like he's grabbing air and pulls you close. And in this moment, you feel as if your body's sinking into the earth. You're back in that desert. This massive figure over you in this moment, looking at you with these fiery, bloodthirsty eyes. And he takes his axe in this vision and chops down at you for a deadly strike. And in that moment, your consciousness shifts to his perspective. You see your own body standing in front of you. And all of a sudden in this moment, you sense this, like, powerlessness. You see how small your life is. You watch the axe strike your body, separating your head from its torso. You see your head roll apart from your lifeless body as it sinks into the sand immediately. You see the vultures from the previous vision begin to feast upon your flesh, just greedily ripping it from your body with their beaks, tearing it up and devouring all your organs. You see the chalice in his hand begins to feel with blood, and he looks deeply into it. It has this viscous, night black fluid inside of it. And as he holds it to his own vision, you see your image reflected in this black liquid. Your true form. That of a forgotten goddess. You resume consciousness, falling back from his intense grip that he has on your armor as he throws you to the far edge of the elevator. As you realize you now meet the gaze of the first murderer, Cain.
Oh, fuck. That's a big name
Cain?
drop.
Yo, what
Did you
the
say
fuck?
Cain?
And that's where we'll leave off.
Whoa.
Oh.